This data set shows the state of United States education in 2015. The table includes states, regions, average teaching salaries, number of teachers, and students per teachers. To get a better look at the states and their regions, I can open up the map and drag region from the table into the middle of the map. I could pose the question, based on the average teacher salaries for states in the South and the West, where would you prefer to teach and why? I can use the map to see which states are in the South and which states are in the West. I can answer this question by analyzing the already collected data in the table. I can create a graph that has the states on the x-axis, the average salary on the y-axis, and the region in the middle. Looking at only the South and the West states, the District of Columbia has an average salary of around $73,000. The salary of California has roughly a salary of $71,000. I can look at Maryland that has an average salary of roughly $64,000, and Nevada has a salary of roughly $55,000. Those average salaries look nice, but something else to take into consideration is the student per teacher ratio. To look at this, I can put student per teacher on the y-axis of a graph, states on the x-axis, and average salary in the middle. I can click on an average salary range to have those states circled. I can look at the states that have roughly 16 to 20 students per teacher and a salary that does look decent. The average salary of California is decent, but the student per teacher ratio is 21.3, which that's a little bit for me. Nevada, on the other hand, has a decent salary of $55,000 roughly, and a student per teacher ratio is 17.9. After analyzing the data of the states in the South and the West, I would say I would prefer to teach in Nevada based on the average salary and the student per teacher ratio. I could pose the question, which region do states seem to have good conditions in their schools? I can create a graph with the region on one axis, the average salary on another axis, and the student per teacher in the middle. I can see that in the West, the student per teacher ratio is larger than in the other regions, and the average salary is less. Looking at the Northeast, I can see that the student per teacher ratio is smaller and the average salary is decent. So when looking at all of the regions, the Northeast seems to have a good teaching conditions in the schools.